Here, make Pop it off at your
Yeah, I hear them talking, I can feel the vibe. Spiritualized, I can see inside. They want me to stumble when I don't even trip. 10 toes down, my chains got grip. Railroad mobbing, it's a beautiful ride. Roll down the window, it's me inside.
Keep going, keep praying. Study hard, free yourself. Yeah, you've been praying for me. I can tell. Yeah, I felt a boost of virtue out of nowhere.
Going in the nicotine, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural youth, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that.
Ain't nobody teach me nothing except G's don't cry. So these ain't tears, I got blood in my eye. Pardon the lie, but the truth is hella grimy and greedy. Another child sacrificed to the city. So these ain't tears, I got blood in my eye. Pardon the lie, but the truth is hella grimy.
Shalom, Ak, how you doing?
Yo, shalom, family. We live.
Oh, we live? Oh my goodness, we live. Okay.
Yeah.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Sister Delta with the Light Hebrew Magazine.
And I'm Tru Judah, your host. That's the virtuous co-host over there, Sista Delta.
Yes. Thank you for having me. This is going to be a wonderful show. So we got a hot guest.
We got a heavy hitter today. For show numero uno. For show number one. We got so this dude, he's been putting his stamp on truth music for some years now. Now, myself, I consider him the ambassador of truth music. When I first came in, I heard about DJ Judah, and I'm like, who is this guy? I sent him some music, and the next thing you know, I'm in his mix. So I started seeing his reach after that and finding out, man, this guy he's about his business. So, yeah, I mean, I consider him the ambassador. He's been doing a lot of work, a lot of good moves for the nation. He has a great, tremendous platform, Kingdom of Israel Music Radio.
Yes.
Slappers all day long.
Yes.
I mean, Righteous
His
Line Radio
live mix is crazy. Yes, on that Saturday night, 9:30 Eastern on KOImusicradio.com. They're live.
And I'm hearing we might have a little bit of a sample of that today on Righteous Line Radio.
Oh, that's what you're giving them. That's what you're giving them on Righteous Line Radio.
That's why we might give them today. So, if that works out.
Yes, if you guys did not know, you guys are live with RighteousLionRadio.com. Righteous Lion Radio is a Righteous Lion app. You can download it on your smartphone, iPhone, on your smart TVs, all the apps. You can even go to the website, RighteousLionRadio.com. There's also merch available. This brother is Tru Judah. He's an artist, but he does run this radio station, and he supports Israel. It's going to be a powerful show tonight. I know these brothers have put together a powerful playlist, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what tonight brings.
I can't wait. I'm excited. So I guess we don't need to wait any longer. Let me go ahead and bring the good brother online with us.
Okay.
DJ Judah, we live. What's good, brother? Shalom. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Shalom. Thank you for having me on your show tonight.
It's a pleasure, man. We're happy to have you here. Righteous Line Radio, Narrow Mobbin show. On this show, our intentions is to shed a little light on the brothers out there doing moves for the nation, putting it down for the Most High, and just all around righteous content creators. And like I said, you might have heard me a moment ago. I consider you the ambassador of that. You've been putting it down for a minute, man. DJ Judah's name rings out there. So I'm happy to have you on, man. It's a blessing to be able to meet you and be in your presence. And I can't wait to see what unfolds on this interview.
Yes. He is a pioneer, a trailblazer. He has definitely set the bar, for Israel. Me personally, the times that I've worked with DJ Judah, it's always been a pleasure. Professional, he's actually DJ'd at an event that I've had. We've done events together. You know what I'm saying? We've done shows and interviews together before. He's definitely the truth. So I am honored and glad that you're here. I can't wait to hear the mix. I know you don't put together some fire.
All praises. Well, thank you. I am definitely honored to be here. And I give all esteem to Abba Father for everything, for all of y'all kingdom work and all of that. And believe me, y'all putting it in too. Y'all putting it in.
Oh,
Yeah, I see those numbers too.
Oh, praises. Yeah. Yep. At least everybody up here knows their job and their role. And that's why we're all, successful in what we're doing, because we've accepted what our job was and we've crafted it and taken it serious. And we can't go nowhere but to talk. We're taking off.
Oh, praise.
Yes.
We definitely need that in Israel. We definitely need it.
That's right. So let's not leave the people waiting, brother. Let's take a break and see what DJ Judah got, and we'll be back, Israel.
God, stand up, Israel, Righteous Line Radio. Let's go.
You're banging with royalty. Turn it up. DJ Judah on the set. Stand up, Israel. Here we go.
Truth, prophet. Screaming black power, that power has been devoured for turning our backs on our God. Broke free from his laws, got hit with that rod. Then the punishment, the ships they went, the noose the neck, then march for help, no freedom left. Now facing life or death, put hand on chest, revive yourself. Chosen to be uncommon, now we chasing commonwealth.
You know what it is, Israel.
All praise be to God. Keep your feet shy with the preparation, vigilant and waiting, focused on a mission, hoping for the kingdom. Really, I ain't got no time to play with Satan. Nose in a book, whole lot of crooks talking about Christ. Don't roll the dice and gamble with your life, or you gonna be blinded like Paul. Like, man, who turned off the lights? God give eternal life. Through Christ, he bought us with his stripes. Don't get it twisted. If we don't obey him, he come and collect like a thief in the night.
H-tied to the kingdom. Know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Soul searching, pain hurts when it surfaces. Wicked from birth, I am asking if I'm worth it, Lord. And if I'm worthy, I'm asking for your services. Lord, we need your help. Please purchase us from the curses. Soul searching, pain hurts when it surfaces. Wicked from birth, I am asking if I'm worth it, Lord. And if I'm worthy, I'm asking for your services. Lord, we need your help. Please purchase us from the curses. Cold. Changed my name to Cold. They said I'd never reign. Can't understand the power I serve. You would never feel my strength. Ashamed how they whispering and gossiping. Kick the front door of the gate, man. It ain't no locking it. Me and Lil C, the prophet, it ain't no stopping us. Love the rap game and the condition it's in. Y'all hostages. Round them up, murder them all. Non-Hoskins, a mastermind. Mess with mine. Put me on what's after.
Planted to the ground. Big country, the Hebrew.
Oh, praise the most.
My feet are planted. I planted to the ground. Both of my feet are planted. I planted to the ground. Both of my feet are planted. I planted to the ground. Both of my feet. Both of my feet are both of my feet are planted. I planted to the ground. Angels ready to blow their trumpets. Can you hear? Sound. If you follow false doctrines, don't come around me. And yeah, my ox always stay just those down. Both of my feet are planted to the ground. Angels ready to blow their trumpets. Can you hear the sound? If you follow false doctrines, don't come around me. And yeah, my ox always stay just.
Yeah. People don't dance no more. All they do is this. Run their mouth about shit that they don't know. All they do is this. When it's time to get somebody credit, all they do is this. So you hating niggas be pathetic. All they do is this. Right around your city, you can see they be like, who is this? Real niggas shake them haters off. That's right, we do exist. Everybody pointing fingers at you, let them do that shit. We don't even worry about your haters. We get through that shit. They say Judah Mac ain't in the truth. Okay, I knew that shit. I don't give a damn what people say. Like smoke, I blew that shit. Used to be okay with popping shots like we some lunatics. Now I'm trying to live my life for Christ, so I don't do them licks. I done been to hell and told the devil shit, I'm through with this. I done had to fight them demon niggas off me ever since. If I had $1 every time I heard a nigga diss, I would be $1 million richer. Ain't no true shit.
Get back, right. Get back, right. Get back, right.
had to get back right. Fell off, lost my cool. Whoa, say, bounce back, got dirt on my shoes. Come back right. When you got real power, you can't lose. I had to get back right. Yeah, get back right. Yeah, top down, hair back. Ride by the high beast on Fairfax. Monday morning, I don't want to hear trap. I play Rick James when I'm in traffic. I've been doing this since 5th grade. I've been doing this since I've been saved. I've been rock crowds on a big stage. I've been made hits with some big names. Yada, 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 yada. Bought a Mercedes for my baby mama. VIP, rockin' Dolce & Gabbana. I went to the Grammys and I took my mama. Bottles on bottles on bottles and models on models on models and dollars on dollars. Yeah, that'll help me when my soul when I holler and I'm feeling the pain and I'm dealing with drama. Woo! That's too deep. Yeah, guess I better fall back. Nah, get this work. You should've wore a hard hat. They told us don't work in the summer. I told them I'm working on something. I'm waving my banner, no propaganda. Why you flexing in your Panamera? Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right.
The Father been calling me to wake up my people. Wake up my people. Wake up my people. The Father been calling me to wake up my people. Wake up, Jacob. Yeah. Wake up, Jacob, need to wake up. 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 Wake up, wake up.
Yeah. The hood will bring you from that dark place. Yeah. The hood will bring you from that dark place. Yeah. The hood will bring you from that dark place. Don't let that flesh take over. You gotta line everything up. Long road. Table set though. Yeah. Preparation. Hey.
Did anybody ever told ya we be them Israelite soldiers, kingdom priests and kings of queens? We are royalty, royalty. Did anybody ever told ya we be them Israelite soldiers, kingdom priests and kings of queens? We are royalty, royalty.
Do the real step, just like the two-step, except we do rap.
Hit country to heat.
Let's go, Israel Righteous Lion Radio. Stand up.
We do the real step, just like the two-step, except we do rap. Yeah, who was real? Yep. Let go of the old rocks, let him see your new self. A coach's self. Come on, y'all. Do the real step, just like the two-step, except we do rap. Yeah, who was true? Yep. Let go of the old rocks, let him see your new self. A coach's self was rock while we do the real step. Do the real step, just like the two-step, except we do rap. Yeah, who was true? Yep. Let go of the old rocks, let him see your new self. A coach's self was rock while we do the real.
I got an arc in Tennessee. Real talk, I heard about a flood. Little biggest, I used to want chickens coming in and out. Still talking to birds, man. From the hood to the birds, man. Now I'm trying to wake my people up. Yeah, get them off the serve, man. Rest in peace to Mir Rice. We remember Emmett Till. Like now they put our babies down. They've been doing this for years. What you gonna do when the lights go out? When they back up out the water and run, you and your people about your house. When Jack Boys is at your door for your food, your seat, and your spouse. Real talk, when they forcing the jab on you, your seat and your spouse. Come on, man. On this song coming over, cause I'ma show you the way. Give you fish now, hell now. I'ma teach you to fish today. Catch your own, build your home, can't your food so it lasts long. They talk of famine, we laugh at famine. Plant the seeds, grow your own. If you fail in a plan and you're planning to fail, friends got me looking strange, but ballin' like San Cassell. Real talk. Real Judah, she beautiful, but don't let her fool you. My wife, she'll help me. She got my back, so she a shooter. I got a hard contingency. They made Babylon my enemy. I see the signs of the times. I see revelation in front of me. I hear wars, some rumors of wars. Hope for the best, but I plan for the worst. Keep my faith in the word, so I'm blessed, not a curse. Stay humble. The last we first. I pray the Holy Spirit's in your residence. When the last days and it's evident, man, I'm prepared on everything. I got a hard contingency. 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 An hard contingency. I got a hard contingency. An hard contingency. Let's go.
I'ma keep these laws. Shout out to my dogs. I make this shit look easy. Haters give me my applause. I'm proud to be the niggas. They hate this shit. They hate it Christ. My sisters tell me I cuss too much, so fuck it, I'm playing nice. I'ma keep commandments. Shout out to my family. The righteous sisters love me, but these hoes don't understand it. I teach it like I see it. I ain't sugarcoating shit. The only thing I tell a sister is help her go submit. I'ma keep these laws. Shout out to my lawful cats. Since y'all be calling good evil, be hood got them awful tracks. Free, y'all keep them confident. I might have to bury this shit if you want to. My nigga be hood, you can take a break.
Everything in abundance, shine a light in abundance, spread the truth in abundance, show them love in abundance, keep the peace in abundance, everything in abundance. His grace and mercy is a bonus. He gave it to us in abundance. Look, everything in abundance, shine a light in abundance, spread the truth in abundance, show them love in abundance, keep the peace in abundance, everything in abundance. His grace and mercy is a bonus. He gave it to us in abundance.
Our weapons ain't gonna know. 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 Cause we rapping Egypt with a royal bloodline. We ready, we ready, we ready, we ready. We're ready for a Mashiach. He's coming like a burning, consuming fire. We are ready, we are ready, we are ready, we are ready, we are.
Swing low, sweet chariot, come and take me home. Back where we belong, that's Mount Zion, the seat of throne. I just pray we wake up the seed of Jacob, it won't be long. We overthrow the kingdom, turn Babylon into battle zone. Chief priest homes, no running back, we don't need my homes. Not a quarterback, they can give me the ever right their wrongs. I just take the pain that they give us, say help me write my songs. Look at that exceeding great on me, used to be whited bones, whited bones, whited bones. And that's that Ezekiel, not the Eliot. The one that was seeing chariots, open room views, and I ain't talking to Marriott. I'm talking about the city on the hill where Messiah chill. Rewards you would get if you apply the skills. I just tried to build every soul the devil tried to kill. Hope the Father heal every wound that we bleeding from. We came on them ships and we leaving on them. Let's go.
Our weapons ain't gonna know. Cause we rapping Egypt with a royal bloodline. We are ready, we are ready, we are ready, we are ready. We are ready for a Mashiach. He's coming like a burning, consuming fire. We ready, we are ready, we are ready, we are ready.
You see, I wake up in the morning thinking, what can I do to get my riches stacked up in the kingdom, bro? See, I don't know about you, but I'ma keep putting in work for the Father in the name of His Son. Yeshua, you need to listen to His words, open up your medulla. It's refreshing to your thoughts like it's fresh out the cooler. Hey, give me another cup, I love it. Huh? And I don't never ever cut it. That's what you call a hater if you follow the Torah. Your alarm then went off. You still there snoring. I tried to tell you, but you really didn't want to listen. Looked at me laughing, said, Bino, you always tripping. But that would never stop me from doing my father's business. Plus, I'm standing on the rock, I'm strong with the pivot. Kingdom work is what I do, I can't get laid off. 24/7 on my shit, don't take no days off. Let's get it.
Living in a world where the time moves fast. So fast, so fast. Living in a world where the sand is laugh. They laugh, they laugh.
in the kingdom work. Never getting tired of it. Hands to the plow. Wipe the sweat from my brow. At the kneecaps of the elders, show false doctrine put on trial. Bring them to these lines and them precepts. They like, wow. You can't bully me with language. Your spirit is too proud. I can see straight through you. The Ruach showed me how. Build a fence around Torah. Then you build disciples up. If you ain't doing that, then you filling your cup up. Yeah, spiritual minded. Eating from the tree in spite that I was blinded. Now I finally see the light. Salvation talk. Yeah. He done finally showed me life. And I'm grateful for it too. I can finally sleep at night. Our praises to the Father and His Son. I owe the Elohim my soul and the one to come. That's why I'm quick to put in work. Scripts my tummy gun. And I'm busting at these devils praying I kill off everyone.
Living in a world where the time moves fast. So fast, so fast. Living in a world where the sinners laugh. They laugh, they laugh. Gotta keep doing this kingdom work. It works, it works, it works.
Boy, you talk a lot of jibber jabber. Sound like you been talking to the devil. I spit it how I see it when I'm talking. Israel like my blood is on walking. Precept out the precept, keep me lined up. Boy, you full of hate, I know your kind, bro. Wise like a serpent, you the devil. When I looked them in the eyes, I had to tell them what you say. I try the spirit by the spirit, keep it moving, keep it moving. If you ain't on my level, keep it grooving. This ain't no moving. His commandments is the gateway to the kingdom. Walk them down. If you ain't trying to keep them, then you know you're reaping. Say, that lake of fire is hot. I know your type, you think it's not. But if that fire hit you, it's gonna make your body rock. Make you lead with it, rock with it. Ain't no coming back with it. Boy, you should've studied how to step with it. If the nation see us beefing, that's a problem. Too much jealousy and envy, gotta stop it. I know we live in Babylon, ain't gotta act like Babylon. Keep your eyes on the swivel, cause they watch Instagram. Eyes up, yeah, my boots, they lace. Sodom and Gomorrah took the part of the nation. Ain't talking everybody, cause some brothers really working. And shout out to the camps, cause they waking up the nation. You see your brothers falling, build them up and keep them patient. Keep them scriptures coming, yeah, they cut just like a razor. Repent from all your sins, change your walk, now that's major. Continue in your sins, keep that walk, catch a major. In the belly of the beast, I asked the Father to release. And once I learned the truth, I asked the Father to reteach. They say the last days coming quick. You better try to fast and repent. I know it's kinda hard, but the price is for the Lord. If you really wanna make it, do it quick. You know I stay on 10 cause I'm flamed up. If blessing on my roof, I get you banged up.
You're banging with royalty.
Turn it up.
DJ Judah on the set. Stand up, Israel.
Here we go.
Raise the most.
It's the underground.
Underground phone. To my family, I say shalom.
It's the underground.
I'm sitting on this throne. Forever you reign. Introducing this is underground phone. To my family, I say shalom. Heavenly Abba sitting on his throne. Forever you reign.
It's the underground.
Salaki, I didn't introduce myself properly. I'm Yah's property. I'm God's prophecy. I'm often judged unrighteously, yet Gentiles carbon copy me. I'm an Israelite by birthright. I'm Saint Marky. I'm Judah Matthias III. I'm an underground set apart artist. I'm a husband. I'm a father of three. I beg your pardon. I'm spitting the gospel on this funky beat provided by my big country, Israel. No, it's funky. Keep the tabernacle bumping. Okay. Great team, keep on jumping. We too blessed to be stressed. Now ain't that something?
This underground phone. To my family, I say shalom. Heavenly Abba sitting on his throne. Forever you reign. Introducing this underground phone. To my family, I say shalom. Heavenly Abba sitting on his throne. Forever you reign.
Don't make a Judah put an anti-yo-yo-lo. Come from a group where every one of us can go solo. You let the rock out, take them off on this dojo. You shot, put your eye and make it hot. No distribution, no promo. Don't make a Judah put an early anti-yo-yo-lo.
Don't make a Judah put an early into your YOLO. Don't make a Judah put an early into your YOLO. Don't make a Judah put an early into your YOLO. Don't make a Judah put an early into your YOLO. I come from a group where every one of us can go solo. You left and right about 7 more in this dojo. You try to put your out and make it hot. No distribution, no promo.
We good? Stand up, Israel White Design Radio. Let's go.
He got that living water they need. All I got to do is plant seeds. You know you about it when the demons call you crazy. We swore I know Beyonce, watch me slay. Got them looking for some swine to get away. Yeah, I rest, but they can get it Saturday. The sermon be like a spike sense. Demon gotta do the tingling. Nightclub, church house, but the demon just mingling. Nothing new under the sun, so you can't fool me no more. It's the replay, so we're living like slow-mo.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yes.
I heard some PZ in there. I heard some brothers I didn't really know in there, but they was dope. I heard a lot of good music in there. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lahat was in there. Judah Matthias third was in there. It was going up. It was going up. Yes, I see you over there sweating, DJ Judah. You been working.
You been working, huh, bro?
Yeah, all praises. Hallelujah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so DJ Judah, I see your legendary on the ones and twos, so I know that didn't just happen. So what I want to know for the people that don't know who DJ Judah is, tell me how did you get to where you are now? I know you don't just get that good on the ones and twos without putting in some real major work. So I know you're from the Bronx, so I know what that means. So tell the people a little bit about all that, man.
Yeah, I started out DJing like 16 years old, man.
What?
Yeah, man. Back in my first set was a mess. It didn't look like how this looked today, man. It was like them old RCA turntables. I didn't even have techniques.
So kind of like how I am right now with the first podcast. You feel me? You feel me? But it gets better, right?
It gets better. It definitely gets better.
Okay.
But yeah, 16 years old, a street DJ. I was battling and, doing my thing, hooking my system up to the, street light and, doing what we did in the Bronx.
Put it down, like building the culture up. So you were there when it was really getting started at the ground, at the ground level. I mean, out there in the park on the mic with the ones and twos, the cats getting down. So you saw all the history. You were there.
Absolutely. I went to a couple of conventions, back in the days when, Africa Bambaataa and, Boogie Down Productions was, in the street, and doing their things. And, I was, I admired, the DJs and got into it, and the Most High blessed me with that gift.
So you actually saw KRS-One and DJ Scott LaRock and all these dudes putting it down.
I actually have. My first contract in the industry was from B-Boy Records on Cypress Hill Avenue in the Bronx.
What?
And yeah.
Wow.
As crazy. A DJ, and I was the main DJ for this group called The Brothers that was produced by BDP back then.
Whoa, so you connected to the culture. That's real connection. So So you know what's crazy about that is my first exposure to the truth was through KRS-One. He had that "You Must Learn" song where he broke it all down. I wasn't ready for it.
KRS-One in the Hebrew Israelite movement.
KRS-One is the first person in like 1990 that made a song breaking it all down.
Yeah, You Must Learn, and very educated and educated brother, very educated brother.
Oh wow,
conscious, very conscious.
Yeah, very conscious. I mean, I wasn't ready for it yet, but when I heard it, and it's probably like maybe 15, 20 years later, I was like, man, this is what KRS was trying to tell me back then. Absolutely. So I went back and listened, and it blew my mind. Man, I was getting exposed to it early.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I was hearing it, and it still wasn't registering. So it was like, but he was teaching from since back then. Yeah.
Brother, I remember being in Atlanta and walking through I don't know the area, but it was an area where brothers be on the street preaching, you know what I mean? And brother pulled me to the side and started giving me the good news. I wasn't ready though. I thought he was talking crazy, talking about, oh, you the real Jew, and no, I wasn't ready. But that movement, it's been going on for a long time. So all up on the East Coast, New York, I never really bumped into it too much on the West Coast, where I'm at in Cali, but out in the East Coast, it was going heavy. I can see that influence now with a lot of brothers I bump into. They've been in the truth for a long time. So all praise, man. That's definitely a blessing through the music. You know what I mean?
All praises. Yeah, I've been in this truth approximately 8 years. And
all praises.
Yeah, all praises.
Walking the whole time, or you've known that you're an Israelite?
The first year I knew I came into knowing I was an Israelite, and I was like a snot-nosed baby, crying like, oh snap, really? I have a purpose.
Right.
I mean? And then it was getting my family on accord, and my sister, she was fighting me, like, giving me 2 pieces.
Nah, my sis, not. No, my sis was not.
But he came around like wholehearted and
right.
And, we've been raising up my youngest daughter, and we out there teaching everybody now. We like trying to just, any conversation come up, how about this food here? And he's like, well, do you read the Bible?
That's how y'all are.
All praise. That's what's up, man.
Yes, a beautiful family. I had the pleasure of meeting them. They are beautiful family. That's why it's a shock to me that you say that she was fighting at first the way she is now.
Yeah, it's typical. I see a lot of brothers go through that and have the sisters, because it's a comfort zone that you get comfortable with, and she have to see from me that this is serious.
Yeah.
It could be another cult, or growing up I was 5%er, so people would be like, yo, all right, Supreme is now Judah, like what's going, what I mean, like that. So,
I know the feeling, brother. I came up and I was influenced by the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. Cats is like, what you talking about now, bro? You was a Muslim, you know what I mean? Yeah. But nah, bro. It's been about 8 years for me too. So yeah, I get where you're coming from, 100%.
8 years for both of y'all. All praises. That's a long time. That's an accomplishment to be walking, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's hard, especially coming from another world. Because some people ain't never came from another world. They was in the church. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't in the world.
Yeah, I did that. I did the church thing too. It was that couldn't compute either, man. I went through all types of different churches and trying to examine what they spewing, and that didn't work for me either. Then the 5%er thing, it was there. I knew my degrees, but learning this, it was a straight eye opener, and my spirit felt right from that point on. So I knew it was it for me.
You know what? We're definitely going to get into all that. I can't wait to hear about all that. But first, before we forget, Bronx. And I did my research on DJ Judah, and I found out you used to do the graffiti, right? You was a graffiti artist.
Graffiti?
Woo!
Yeah.
See, you're gonna have me,
Lay it out. Let me hear.
He did his homework. He understood the assignment.
So let me tell you, before you go in, when you say the Bronx and you say graffiti, the first thing that comes to my mind is my all-time favorite movie, Beat Street. Is that what life is like? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like that. I grew up when the Bronx was still like rubble on the floor, man.
Oh, the real Bronx.
The real South Bronx. And I was a little kid, playing in the rubble. Like how we did. That was our part. As you grow up, you start going to these, jams, Zulu jams and, street jams. In the beginning, I couldn't go. I seen my brother and sister going out, and I'm like, yo, I want to go too. You too young.
Too young, huh? Yeah. So back then, did you see any influence of Israelite influence or any brothers out there putting it down like that? I know KRS-One did it, but he couldn't have been alone, right?
Well, you have a lot of conscious brothers out there, and they do have some history. Nas has some history. Common, they have history. and they know a lot of this stuff, but I don't think they connected it like the way it's being connected today. It's truly a wake up for a lot of us today. And you know, and some of us is really, you know, still sleep. But
still sleep.
You know, yeah, you
and
have
some are sleepwalking. Think they were
zombies.
You know, a lot of brothers knock those brothers that might be saying some things that are off, but I always feel like I'm grateful for that, because if it wasn't for me listening to KRS-One back in the day, Nas and these brothers preparing me to think deeper, you know what I mean? It definitely helped. So, you know, I love to hear about that, because I think that conscious music that a lot of us listened to in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s, it definitely helped mold your mind and to be able to receive what was coming. You know what I mean? So they might have been off, but it definitely opened our mind to that spiritual aspect of what's going on out there in the world. And it was a blessing for me.
I might not say that they was off. I would say a lot of it was censored. You know,
right.
Circumstances. You know, I'm not gonna, go that deep in it, but I say a lot of it was censored. It's but so much you could bring forth. You know, if you come out to war, like, example, Public Enemy, they'll ban you. They'll, cash you down. So, and that conscious rap then was the truth music, because it was talking truth, It
was talking truth.
Melly Mel with white lines and stuff like that. They was really talking about what was going on in our neighborhoods, and, Israel is in the hood.
And they might not have known it. They were breaking down the curses, literally. They're breaking down Deuteronomy 28 in every song and don't even know it.
Or if they did know it, we wasn't, the receiving end wasn't picking up to it, because today it's straight up, it's flamboyant. This truth music today, it's flamboyant. It's right out there. It's in your face, and it's like no real cover for it. You understand? So no toning down for it, So, but then you had a lot of repercussions that could have happened, especially if you was in the industry.
So about that, the truth music not being able to be toned down. So what do you guys feel about like truth music versus circular music and the crossover? Because I know a lot of brews are going to say, well, we don't care about the crossover, but that's, to me, in my professional opinion, that's not realistic. We're supposed to be trying to reach the lost.
Absolutely.
So I don't. Okay.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. I feel that we have a dog in the race right now, and it's ours. It's pertaining to what truth music is.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we have a message and we have a duty to reach the lost. It profit us nothing to keep spewing to each other. We already there. If you believe in Hamashiach, he didn't do that. He went for the lost sheep.
That's right.
And so, we got to keep reaching out to the lost sheep. And unfortunately, the lost sheep is the ones who's out there that's hearing this secular music on a constant level. So how do we reach out to them? I have no holds barred. I don't, I know people will be like, oh, well, he plays songs with cussing in it. Well, hell yeah, I play songs with cussing in it. Because, that's what's going to reach to some of my people. You understand? Out here, they need to hear that. They got to get shook, some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them, politely and, hey, my brother, and then some of them you might have to be like, yo, wake the fuck up, nigga, you see what's going on out here.
That's what they understand. Yes. And if you do not mix with those people, so we'll call them the others, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mix with the lost, the others, then how are you going to touch them? How are they going to see your light shining? How are they going to ask you questions? How are they going to want to be involved? It doesn't.
The main thing, we're supposed to be fishers of men. So if you're going out there fishing for men, it doesn't make sense to throw your bait to the fish that you've already caught. You know what I mean? So you have to bring this to the brothers that don't know, and it's going to be uncomfortable. They're going to say all kind of things and not want to hear it and everything. But the main thing that I've noticed is, as long as you don't trim your ways, they see the light. It might not happen at first. A year or two later, they will see. Just don't trim your ways. Stick to the script. Keep about the Most High, and it all falls into place. I think that's where, as far as the music goes, it's a thin line you have to walk. The road is narrow, so you got to walk that narrow road and just make sure you what's the scripture say? Stay harmless as a dove, but wise as a serpent. I think it says. And so that's telling you right now. I mean, I got to be focused on what I have to do to elevate righteousness. You know what I mean? And if that means I have to go out here and get in the mud with some brothers to get them out the mud, please believe I'm gonna get a little bit dirty. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna come back out and clean that off and get back to what I need to do. But yeah, man, I'm excited about where the genre is going, and I expect some big things coming from truth music soon.
Absolutely, I see the genre. I don't know if I could necessarily call it a genre, as of yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I believe that we do have something that that we could claim that is ours, that the industry hasn't touched yet. But we have to be realistic with ourselves, that we got to understand it. Truth music is the same thing as conscious music, but it's more edifying. You understand? It's more scripture based. We don't want to call it gospel music, but it is the gospel. It is what it is. Now, you mentioned being fishers of men. Sometimes you have to change the bait. Not all fish are gonna want the worms. You got to throw on octopus. You might have to throw them pieces of things and reel them in. But that's how you fish. So
that's how you fish.
Me, I'm playing the cusses. If that's gonna wake my peoples up, they're gonna hear a little, vulgar.
They don't hear it, because we're trying to bring them in. We fishing for them.
Well, me myself, I do listen to DJ Judah's station. I listen to DJ Judah often. I do use a little cuss word here and there at the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hypocrite. I can't pretend like I won't cuss somebody out. So, I do listen to the station, but I myself don't promote rated R language in music.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Let's take it. Let's put ourselves back in the past, right?
Yeah.
And if I was up here calling you a serpent and a demon, a devil like that, like how they was doing back then, you would be like, yo, he's cussing at me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just because our language is a little different today. We are speaking English. We do know.
And isn't the whole English language a curse?
It's a bastard language. So we got to understand almost every word we're saying is an actual, it could be curse, not a cuss. You understand? And it's a difference. So we speaking a bastard language. I could be speaking cusses right now. And, we understand each other.
Yeah. But you're right though. A gangster might be riding in the car with a brew and be like, put that on, bro. Let me hear what that,
you know what I mean? And then the light switch is on.
Boop. And there it is. Yeah. Everybody, y'all ain't lame over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
That's what happened to me. I didn't know. I was in the truth, and I was like, man, I guess it's over for music for me. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm and then I heard Peasy. Then I heard John Boy. Then I was like, hold up, man. Let me go back to it, because these brothers are speaking my language.
Yes.
And I can see they're like me. You know what I mean? So let me go back at it. And all praise to the Most High. That was the best decision.
Shout out to the pioneers. Like I was talking about earlier with DJ Judah. He is a pioneer. John Boy, Peasy, Yapa Q. These are, you know what I'm saying? These are all artists that when you woke up in the truth, you went on YouTube and they had all white with my fringes on. They had, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the pioneers, shout out to the people that began this thing, shout out to the people that are paving the way for the nation, for trying to create this genre. We can't, in my opinion, we can't call it truth music because it's our truth.
Absolutely.
It's not everyone else's truth. So I don't believe that it will be accepted as a genre as labeled as truth music. So we have a lot of work to do. We don't even have a label yet.
I believe if we just focus on waking on our people, let the Most High give, his blessings on what he wants it to be, but let's do our duties, our due diligence, and wake up our family.
That's right. That's right.
I think the music itself is unique in the sense that when you say truth music, that brings in a lot of different types of music. You got your rap music, you got your, the I don't want to say gospel music, but you know what I mean.
But it is. I mean, that we're talking about the gospel, which is the good news of Christ coming, and it's going down when he comes. So
that's it. It's gospel. So it's a different type of gospel. Then I see. So what happens? I think I don't know how else to put it, but the Christians have kind of put a monopoly on truth music, or this is gospel music. But now that's not the case, because there's a whole other percent of the population that needs to receive this message in a different way.
That's right.
Now,
yes.
Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Now, I also feel that, outside of Israel need to hear the message. They need to understand, it ain't, the message is supposed to be given to the world, not just Israel, but the world. Now, Israel is supposed to be the deliverer, to give it to the world. So we have to teach ours first, but then everybody else got to get this math. You understand? So, let's just do our work. This is my work. I'm
That's right.
So,
That's
DJ
right.
Judah, where do you see, based on everything we just said right now, where do you see it going from here? I know, brothers is putting it down. I mean, every year I see better production, better presentation, better visuals. From my perspective, I think we just need one or two artists to really, I don't want to say crossover, but I'm going to say crossover into that space to where people that aren't familiar with the truth get exposed to it. Do you see that happening, or do you see just
I definitely see that happening. I mean, that's where it would need to be to get into the industry. I don't know, who has understanding of what's going on in the industry today, but that's something that's definitely going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's already kind of happened. Just when they cross over, they don't look out and look back at the Hebrew Israelite community, because the Hebrew Israelite community acts like Niggalites instead of Israelites. Yes, you have artists that were in what we call truth music. You have Mali music, you have Eshawn Burgundy. You know what I'm saying? These people have crossed over, but they don't deal with it.
Those brothers you mentioned, what I need to see them start reaching back. I need to see them featuring with me. I need to see them featuring with John Boy. I need to see them feature with Peasy. I need to see them feature with Yapa Q. I need to see them feature with some of these artists, because that's how we elevate it. Yeah, you got it popping, Eshawn Burgundy. All praises to the Most High. Now reach back and grab somebody else in.
That's right.
Grab somebody else in. We have to see that happen.
Second thing, what Delta said, because it ain't gonna go nowhere as far as truth music is concerned, as long as we still at each other's neck. Long as we still locking horns with each other, it's like who really wants to pick that up in a secular world? You understand what I'm saying? So because we're not even showing that type of love
for each other.
So now we trying to take it out house, and now they looking at us like, really?
Right, because when you go to this person, you go and sit in this meeting.
And all of us labeled like that.
That's right.
Regardless of people like, oh no, I'm whatever. All of us is labeled like that and seen that way until they get to see something different from you. So I think in order to get into the secular world in the industry, some type of toning may have to happen, so that way you could show yourself personable with other people, like how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be able to live amongst all men and enlighten them, enlighten them. And, until we're able to do that, we practicing now with each other, but we got a whole world to do it too.
That's right.
The whole world. And it's not an easy job, but it's a rewarding job. And the thing that I notice is the harder you go, the more peace you get. So it's a beautiful job, man. I mean, that peace is hard to get. So if all I got to do is make music and promote the good news, and I get to feel this peace, man, I'm not stopping no time soon. That's for sure.
Me too.
I'm not stopping no time soon when I'm in
Well,
the dirt.
I need to kick up some of that peace there because these haters be on me, man. I can't.
Hey, look,
I keep losing friends, gaining peace.
You know how they did the king, so expect it. You know how they did the king, so expect it.
That's right.
It's
right.
coming.
That's some deep love, yo. That's that real deep. When they hating, that's that, that deep love. They don't just know how to express it.
That's the deep love. Right. That's that real love right there.
That real love. They just don't know how to, bring it out.
Yes.
Hey, look. So DJ Judah, I guess we're gonna jump into the next segment. You want to bless us with another few minutes of some good truth music, real quick?
Yes.
So we'll let DJ Judah jump into that, and we'll come back and we'll get off into some more that good DJ Judah talk.
All praises.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
You're banging with royalty.
Turn it up.
DJ Judah on the set. Stand up, Israel.
Here we go. Hey man, y'all wanna know what's crazy? We sat here in this world. Judah! Hey man, y'all wanna know what's crazy? We sat here in this world almost our whole life, and we still scattered around. When we gonna start working together for a change? I mean, come on.
Started out Kodesh, ended up Israel now. I'm in the building, somebody get him a coat check. Knock on my front door, I opened up too many times. Couldn't settle the differences at the doorstep. What's wrong with working things out? Go flex, yeah, I be at his enemy's neck and at your throat next. We was once rollers, shine when we took the risk. All the ministry trips are gone with the tick. Reaching out to my people like an extremity. I know the angels recording like documentaries. Think of the homes that was broken from your assembly. Wounds can't be healed with natural remedies. If they was wrong in your sight or had some bad news, you never hesitated to address those. Now I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's the way you did them. We all slack, shirt, ties, and dress shoes. Hey, how can two walk together except they be agreed? Rocky relationship, and I'm Apollo Creed. Stay in your lane, Clubber, aka Mr. T. I move like chess players operating in peace. If y'all in this house, show the people then. Show all this discourse shown, I don't connect with them. Cause how can you have life without the power source? I'd rather follow Mashiach right to the inner court. We put the ball in your hands, you didn't take the court. Guess you ain't want nobody to see you was falling short. We would have held you up, we didn't have a choice. Hey, yeah. See, that's what happened when assemblies feud and there's differences on this side and differences on this side.
All praises to the Most High, to the Most High, to the Most High, to the Most High. Yeah.
Hallelujah, got cold. I don't know. I'm my friends. Turn the fold. I don't know. 40 in. South go. What you six? Yeah. Better know it. Times change. People change. They gon' change. They gon' love you, then they hate you. Yeah, strange. Just know it. Times change. People change. They gon' change. They gon' love you, then they hate you. Yeah, strange. Just know it. Times change. People change. They gon' know it. Times change. People change. They gon' know it. Times change. People change. They gon' change. They gon' love you, then they hate you. Yeah, strange. Right. Sell you out for some change. Yeah. They go crazy for that money. They the rain. Hey. Lord forgive them, cause they know now what they do. Messing with a prince, they ain't even got a clue. They don't blind them with the light when they see me coming through. And a hater couldn't stress me, tell them this ain't nothing new. Watch your back, better watch. Watch your back, better watch. Keep the circle tight, dog, never slack, never loose. Do your friends, do you know? Got your back. I know the ones around me, yeah, I'm keeping track. Hallelujah, got cold. I don't know. I'm my friends. Turn the fold. I don't know. 40 in. South go. What you six? Yeah. Better know.
Black girl magic, curly girl swing it to heaven. Clean beard men, best looking things on the planet. Good God, your hair is fully made by the author of beauty. Your hair is the best hair in the universe. Nothing about it is regular.
not brutalized. Let us remember that we are not brutalized because we're Baptists.
Judah!
We're not brutalized. Let us remember that we are not brutalized because we're Baptists. We're not brutalized. Let us remember that we are not brutalized because we're Baptists. We're not brutalized because we're Methodists. We're not brutalized because we're Muslims. We're not brutalized because we're Catholics. We're brutalized because we are black people in America.
Where's my Israelites at? Where's my Israelites at? Where they at? Where they at? Where's my Israelites at? Where's my Israelites at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where's my Israelites at? Where's my Israelites at? Where's my Israelites at? Where they at? Where they at? Where's my Israelites at? Where's my Israelites at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? If you Israel, raise your Bibles in the air. If you Israel, raise your Bibles in the air. If you Israel and you know it, and you ain't too scared to show it. If you Israel, raise your Bibles in the air. Let's go. Raise them up, 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 raise them up.
Black people in America.
Tru Judah. Righteous line. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. Homie called me up like, bruh, what it do? I heard you read the Bible when you became a Hebrew. Homie called me up like, bruh, what it do? I heard you read the Bible when you became a Hebrew. Homie called me up like, bruh, what it do? I heard you read the Bible when you became a Hebrew. I said, it's true. You said, man, the what? I didn't know you for some years. You always changing up. First you was pimp, then a hustler. Muslim, then committed. Yeah, but the Bible was there, but I never read it. And you know me, I keeps it G. It's like I read that thing, then finally I could see. Like, whoa. What a breath of fresh air. And the worries of the world, I no longer care. I'm free. But you probably disagree. Cause when you look at me, that is not what you see. I ain't worried about no money or no luxury. But that's exactly what makes me be. I'm free. And I ain't never going back.
And so when I say Chinese, I want you to scream out the nation that's associated with this. For example, if I say Chinese, you're going to say what? China. All right, let's say it with authority. When I say Chinese, you say what? China. All right, that's just a test right there. So here we go. Chinese. Russian. Italian. German. Swedish. Korean. Egyptian. Nigerian. Black. I hope you were able to successfully identify the issue. You were able to properly identify with all the groups that I called out in the country that associates with them. But when I said black, everyone had to look at each other and try to figure out what they was going to respond to, or what country or what nationality is associated with them. So I want everyone to understand that that is the underlying problem.
We went way all the way up. You either stand down or you stand up. Going way all the way up. You either stand down or you stand up. Going way all the way up. You either stand down or you stand up. Not for black lives, but for lives made black. That's deep sorrow from time bar. We have to give it back. Descendants of Abraham, I breed. Kodesh covenant, I keep. Hebrew is how you say it, most likely when you speak. Unique, Yehuda is the tribe that I be.
Like Moshe said, we are the tribe of Yehuda, 1 of 12. So don't get caught acting foolish. I just want to make it to that northward gate. No time to be left behind because of hate.
If you reference you, I hope it's short for y'all's jewelry. Set apart to him, ain't got no time for tomfoolery. Picture me chillin', living water like a cooler bee, making right the wrongs of my ancestors currently.
So they want to know, are you a Jew or a brew? Nah, I'm a brew. And I praise Yahuwah and all I do. If you knew like I do, then you would too.
DJ Judah. Microphone check.
She wildin' on the simple mind and I 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 for the weak. Gifted with this strict assignment is so unique. Let's be all measure from head down to my feet. The Lord is my shepherd, ain't counting out on this sheet. So when you step up to this truth, you better come correct. Yahuwah got you all in check. We got the head, not a script to make you break your neck. Yeshua got you all in check. With this life that I'm living, given the strict assignment. Not for the weak or the simple-minded. Not for the weak or the simple-minded. I roll with the most high, you should get behind it. Contract with the devil, don't be too quick to sign it out the mud. Gotta go through the pressure to get the diamond cradle to the grave. Best behave or quit your whining. We too grown to be throwing stones, so stick to rhyming. Life's a bitch with a missing hymen, got men divided. Never met a nigga on the road to righteous and live was driving. People are notorious for going backwards, is hypnotizing. Big misguided life at the death is what the script provided. I was doing this shit for real when the clips was grinding. Name ringing bells and conversations you wish to chime in. Doing what he says, commandments that I ain't get from Simon. New kid on the block, but hold it down like defensive lineman. Quarterback for soldiers at war, bringing that tour back. Set the record straight with an order leg like you ordered that. It's cheap, keep thinking it's sweet. Get the assorted pack. Head hell high down the ride, couldn't afford a jack. Then y'all became my plug with the cord attached. Gave me all the weight I could bet. Was never short of sack. They envy me, but you the real MVP. No award or plaque. Your word is fact. True Jew before they ever thought of black. With this life that I'm living, given a strict assignment. Not for the weak or the simple-minded. Not for the weak or the simple-minded. I roll with the most high. You should get behind it.
Go away. Yeah. It's like, listen. I was trying to move keys, that life wasn't for me though. Nervous every time I used to go and check the people. Still get the shakes whenever I smell a weed smoke or hide through the rock for the green. Like Marino, I off steam like Rothstein. No casino, game in the drought, my bars is Pellegrino. Do it for the blacks, the Indians, and Latinos. Until we get the crime, we breaking it down. Chemo, 0 to 100 when I'm switching on them guys. And you can see the demons when you're looking in their eyes. The man is really ready to the white into disguise. And he throw you in the cold when he overthrow your lies. Oh my, it's a surprise. Look at the drive rise. Snake rumors, hate rumors, Jake tumors, Nate rumors. On their job trying to doom us. Trying to stop the run like they try to do cool.
Against our lives. All praises to the Most High. Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never see the light of day.
The dark it gripped me in my heart is so long.
Yeah, my heart is so long.
And now I think I finally found the way.
Found my way.
Even though I fought against all odds.
Coming up, rainy days always in the forecast. Robbing Peter Pan, Paul, punted TVs for cash. We didn't have food stamps, they say mama made too much. We were picking between meals, we can call it brunch. Random dance off in the living room is what we call fun. Mama trying to shake some just to keep the lights on. Candles lit, no, I ain't talking no vigil. Death to an innocence that was kept civil, yeah. Birth of a demon that kept my spirit triple. Swaying left and right, now I walk with Christ in the middle. 12 rounds, devil didn't waste no angle, nah. Pound for pound, he stayed wrestling with my angel, yeah. Ooh, oh. Old thoughts taking over when you're trying to crown me, yeah. These laws loosen up your shackles trying to bound me.
I never thought I'd see the light of day.
Never see the light of day.
The dark it gripped me in my heart so long. And now I think I finally found the way.
I found my way.
Even though I fought against all odds.
Why you trying? Why you trying? Why you whining? I got no time, couldn't be the worst timing.
He was out for the first, felt like a hell of a plan. You the one he really loves, what's wrong with a helping hand? He called the nation building, how it's supposed to be. You going on dates with her, maybe this how it's supposed to be. She got a job, you got a job, y'all could be doing good. But the way he be looking at it makes you don't think you should. He got some blood issues, but he say he getting better. But more and more when you not there, they spending time together. Now he done moved it in, got you really agitated. Cause you found out a week later after the fact he consummated. Now she acting different, a tad bit disrespectful. She done egg-galled you. Yeah, she tried to check you. She let your hubby know. Cause you can't take this here. Why you come home every night with her, but I be staying here? That's what you asked me after you said what she said. He said, what?
Why you trying? Why you trying? Why you whining? I got no time, couldn't be the worst timing. Girl, you need to act right now, cause you the side chick. So you need to act like you the side chick.
He already had a wife, they were living good. And then one day he found out the truth about who he really was. But he was a baby in it, focused on carnal things. Not judgment, mercy, and faith, you know the way to things. So he told about it, she said she wasn't tripping. It seemed fun at first out there together, scouting women. Popping the bottles while he interviewed models. Felt like a king, but he felt to think about tomorrow. He did everything right, he included his wife. And still said, peace, it's the worst mistake I made in my life. Each of my wives got their own house. P, I be working, I spend one night here and one night there. Come on, P, I be working. But they be mad, yeah, they be tripping. And now they both gone, yeah, he ain't with him. He said, P, I tell my wife, you ain't acting right, get with the program, girl, or you can leave tonight.
Why you trying? Why you trying? Why you whining? I got no time, couldn't be the worst timing. Girl, you need to act right now, cause you the side chick. So you need to act like you the side chick.
One spirit, one mind, one spirit, no limit.
I see more and more men are becoming too imbalanced and leaning too damn far to their emotional side. We been down for a long time, had a small disagreement, and now you burning bridges cause of pride. Anywhere you go, that stigma gonna follow you. These are character flaws and attributes you can't hide. Mark the one that's always starting problems with people. They really evil, they just came to deceive you into the fight. Try to stay away from the problems, staying clear of the demons and the goblins. Need a perch to get rid of all of the toxins. Can't poison a movement, it's not an option. In a cut, and I watch like an owl. Seen one man tongue split two ways. Wow, messing with your faith, I'm throwing in the towel. Snake on a prowl, and that venom too foul. Mothers gave birth to a generation of liars. They shun you if you good, but if you evil, they admire. To see a righteous man fall down what they desire. Running with the lies, evil people don't inquire. God told us we gotta go through the fire. I take the load today, if tomorrow it make me higher. This can never stop, no matter what they try to do. Satan's servants can never prevail, we don't retire. Sensationalism, look how it sell. How come when you was here, you ain't never say how you felt? Expressing your feelings on comment boards, I guess it gave you testicular fortitude. I don't hate you, I wish you well. I could never be sure till I'm sure. Problems make you better, what you think we here for? We build bonds, then you throw it out the door. It's a cold game, but I got an end door. One of the hardest things to see, when you confiding in somebody, then they stab you in your back. How do you react when they've been plotting all this time and you finally see the truth?
You're banging with royalty.
Turn it up.
DJ Judah on the set. Stand up, Israel.
Here we go.
Big country the heat.
Oh, praise the most.
A little bit of y'all is all it takes. A little bit of y'all goes a long, long way. You gotta have faith and give him praise. Because the kingdom's at hand. A little bit of y'all is all it takes. A little bit of y'all goes a long, long way. We gotta have faith and give him praise. Because the kingdom's at hand. You say you wanna be a part of my team. You say you wanna follow Elohim. You say you wanna praise his holy name. But I think you be playing. A Hebrew Israelite is not a fact. Turned away from my sins when we were glad to participate in everything that is bad. For our soul salvation, we gotta fight with all our might. Yeah. Yah will show us the way. We gotta pray every day and night in order for us to be saved.
Dope. Man, I love hearing all the different people that I never heard before. That mix is crazy, bro. Like every time I sit here and listen, I'm like, who is this? It's so much talent in Israel. It's ridiculous.
There definitely is. Shout out to Judah Matthias and the Torah Florida brothers. I heard them in there. Shout out to Cole Rain, the Hebrew. Make sure that you guys go and check Cole Rain out. He's a new upcoming Hebrew artist. I heard him up in the mix. A lot of Peasy. We have Masisia Paku. Yes, it was going down up in there. It was definitely going down. So shout out to Ro A, the chef, as well. His new album just dropped. Darker Days, Brighter Nights. Make sure that everyone goes and streams this album on all digital platforms. Contact the brother to find out how you download. He's also just featured on the new movie soundtrack, Karagma. Shout out to Maria Pictures over there. He has a brand new video that just hit, Freddie Flow. So make sure that you guys look up Roe the Chef on all digital platforms and on his social media platforms, because he was being played heavily in that mix as well. Yes.
Roe the Chef.
Okay, yes. And Roe is originally from New Orleans, but now he's in Houston, correct?
God.
And he has an upcoming show in Fort Worth, Texas at the Tribe by Fire concert. I know that his album just dropped. That, what else does he have going on? What do you have going on?
Oh man, I'm trying to venture out in this industry and do a little bit more things for my brethren and sisters that's in this truth music. I'm looking into managing.
All praises.
Try to get the DJs on another level, and anyone that needs any type of help and service in this truth music, that's what I'm looking to do. Just provide some real service and help. It's hard.
Yes, it's definitely needed. Israel does have a lot of talent, like the brother Tru Judah was saying when we came on. What Israel lacks is business savvy and common sense a lot of times. And I hate to say that, but it is what it is. And anybody that knows me knows that I don't sugarcoat anything. So that's what Israel is lacking, in my professional opinion right now, is some common sense and some business savvy. So having someone like you that has as 20 plus years experience in the music industry, the professionalism, just the knowledge. Experience is the best teacher. You cannot just pop up and try to do anything, and so everybody needs someone to pull their coattail in any industry. So if you're trying to come into the music industry, even though it is you're trying to be a righteous music maker, you still need the knowledge and know-how of people that have been involved in the industry, period, in the music industry, in the secular world. If no one knows if you're working with someone and they don't know how that industry works, I don't know how far your music career in any genre is going to go.
The music industry has, it's still some similarities from back in the days. It ain't all about your talents and what the labels could do for you, is what you could do for the labels. You pretty much have to have a little bubble already. You already have to be popping already and have a little following, and
that's right.
Actually put that work in yourself to show your dedication for them to actually invest. So
that's right.
It has changed in that aspect.
And a lot of Israel doesn't want to do that.
No, not at all.
You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your artwork, invest in your photography, your videography, your graphics. There's nothing wrong with going and getting you a website. You have to invest in yourself, promotions. You have to have a budget. You cannot jump into the music industry. And I know it gets a little tricky in the truth, right? In the truth music, because everybody's like, well, I don't want to charge for my gift, and you shouldn't be charging for that. And so how do y'all expect
to build, how are you going to grow your own situation? Things cost money. And unless the Most High done put a golden table in front of you, you're going to have to charge for your craft as well. There's nothing wrong with that. He gave you.
It's a talent that if you're serious about it, you have invested in it.
Gotta invest.
The content, a lot of people in the truth don't understand the advantages that they have. As a coming up artist, right, in the secular world, you're an underground artist, you're trying to get put on. Do you think you're going to walk up to some DJ and give them your music and get play immediately? You think that's going to happen for you? No, you're going to go in your pocket.
Yeah.
You're going to break bread. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're going to break bread with that DJ.
You might have to break bread just to get considered. Because the business is not really the same, and it's a lot of work you need to do to show them in order to put that money behind you. And it's a lot of work. It's not easy, and it costs a lot.
It costs a lot of time.
There's no half stepping, y'all. Y'all got to start building up correctly.
Yes, and you need a team.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking. I don't care if you got to put your wife and kids to work. You need a team.
You need a team. That's
because I know plenty of brothers and sisters who got it's a sister. Her son shoot her videos, and we running them videos on all type of music show. Her son shooting the video. Somebody else doing the beats in the family. The other babies watching the other babies while they shooting this and hey, you need a team. Yes, of people to support you. You need a team of DJs to support you. You need a promotional and marketing plan to execute.
You definitely have to plan it out. It's not
you cannot just go record your song. You can't go record your song in the bathroom and put it on SoundCloud and think that you're gonna blow up. I said it.
Yeah, right. If you do, come look for me, y'all. I'll be down. I get down with you if it's that easy, yo.
That's right. That's right. You have to, so shout out to you, DJ Judah, for opening up finally opening up your services, to Israel. So because it is definitely needed, because the expertise. I mean, now anybody can be a DJ. They can just come up with the YouTube channel and put a playlist together and call themselves a DJ. Yeah. And so, there's footwork that has been put into it. There, even with the artistry that you see, people, there's a craft into songwriting. There's a craft into making beats. You can't just go give somebody this beat and say, can you make me something that sounds like this? That ain't right.
Yeah. That's not happening. In industries, you can't half step. You have to bring something to the table for them. So if you're looking to go in the secular, in the industry, come good, you know, because they not just picking anybody. You know, you got people that is viral and not signed.
That's right.
You understand, you know, and they have to do a lot of work to be viral.
You don't even make any money unless you get like what 15 million streams or something.
And that's when you still getting chump change. You understand? You're not really getting money. It ain't like you going to make an album and it's gonna be an actual record, vinyl, or CD. Them days is over. You know, demos is over. You got to come with a hot item to the table and have all of your background in order.
And people have to like it.
And they got to like it.
It has to be music that people like. You can't just, because you like, I'm feeling this. No. What did the people say? What did did they? How many views did you get? And I ain't talking about your mom and them. How many people went and replayed the song? Absolutely. Is it a hit?
Absolutely.
And you need to get some real expertise on, is it a hit? And you need to be able to accept corrective criticism. Get out your bag.
That's the hard thing right there.
Yeah, just because you praising the Most High, it's not jamming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you speaking truth. You speaking facts. You know, and that's what it is. You know, not every you know, I mean, I try to play them more, but you know, not every song makes the cut.
Yeah.
And the industry is worse than I am. So
at least you give your brother or your sister an opportunity. See, I can say that about both of you guys as radio stations and platforms. I send music to both of you guys. You'll give it an opportunity. If the people vibe into it and love it, it will get constant rotation.
Yes.
If the people not digging it, if a lot of people drop off the video whenever, or you know, whatever, we losing people when your song playing, we're not going to continue to play it. You need to go back in the lab, get you
you know what, it boils down to effort, because I see it on both sides. You know, I'm an artist myself, and I do my thing, but then when I'm working on the radio side, I mean, you know, you got brothers and sisters that they'll send you music with no information about the song, with no information about who they are.
Back to the business savvy part.
And then it's like, you know, you have to create a presence. Now, it's not the 1990s. You don't have to go out in the street and pass out CDs.
Right.
You can do this from your bedroom.
From the house.
If I Google you and I don't see anything, hey, let me tell you, you're not doing the work. You might be on stage one, and that's cool. But when I check back 6 months later, I need to see Twitter is free, Facebook is free, all this stuff is free. You know what I mean? So if you're not really pushing the line like that, you know, I don't know what to say. But also, there's some people that do it and they're just hobbyists. They just want to make good music, and I respect that too.
Yes.
But then you need to get out the way a little bit and let the people that's really trying to invest and push their line and create something to you don't want to oversaturate the market with your hobby and things, because our community is real close knit. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of different little areas of Israelites, but for the most part, we're close knit. So it's not a lot of us, but it's millions of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the same time. So if you put that effort in, I think people recognize it and they say, okay, you know, this brother's pushing the line. I might not like his music as much, but they support you.
They can support the hustle.
They support the hustle. And that's the advantage I think we have doing this type of music is, before anything, we're supposed to move in the light. You know what I mean? So if I'm moving in the light, I'm going to help however I can, because this ain't our music. This don't belong to us at all. This don't belong to us. So if it don't belong to us, you know who it belongs to. So you better put everything you got into it.
Put some effort into it.
Yeah, put some effort into it. I need to see your web presence. I need to see your artwork improving. I need to see your vocals improving. I need to see the mix improving. There's a lot of brothers in Israel that do art, that mix, that do everything. You can reach out.
You got music getting put out that's not even mixed.
It's not even mixed. And I understand that.
And you want somebody radio station to play that though.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Because how do you send this to somebody? These folks they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it.
You know what I would tell any artists that are listening right now is, consider this: when you submit music to the radio and it's not mixed right, if your song comes on behind a song that is mixed professionally, the drop off is huge and significant.
Absolutely.
And it might make you sound even worse than it really is.
Yeah.
Just because it came right after someone who really had their song mixed and mastered.
Absolutely.
It's 2022. It might cost you $30 to get this mixed and mastered.
God.
Don't tell me you're not spending $30 at Chick-fil-A.
You do.
That's
you are.
fact.
At the corner store.
At the corner store, you have to do it. Or just say, okay, this is my hobby, and I'm just going to do what I do and stay out the way and do your hobby. But this brothers out here, really, this is their ministry. This is how this is what they have to do. This is what they have to offer. Like me personally, I make music because that I'm not a preacher. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like I'm good at. I'm not a teacher.
Ministry.
That's my ministry. That's what I do.
Right.
So that's what it is. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And you are actually one of the artists that actually have put in the work and the effort and the quality. You know what I'm saying? Your graphics, your mix, your lyrics. You can tell you didn't just go in the studio and put something down. I mean, you know, because it's your money and time that you're investing into it. So why are you? Because let's be real. I'm just give Israel a little bit of game real quick. I'm gonna give this one for free real quick. The music industry is a big game of people that are all in your pockets. You pay the engineer, you pay the studio, you pay the booking agent, you pay the makeup person. This is all the person that's shooting the video, the venue for the video. These people are all in cahoots together to try to come up off of you. They don't care if you jam or not. So that's another thing that Israel takes advantage of. And the truth, when you have people, I'm like myself, like DJ Judah, that come from the industry, you know what I'm saying, that have good knowledge to give, that are trying to help, but nobody, you know, they don't want to take it serious. And so you end up in running around in a circle, getting game ran on you by people that do not care about you, that just got into your pocket. Now you have an album that no one told you how to market, no one told you how to sell. They just got your money to make an album that you can't do anything with. I gave y'all that one.
Yeah, you gave it right, sis.
you know,
the Kente them.
You know, the thing about it is a lot of times you're going to invest in yourself and spend the money, spend the time, spend the effort, and you might not see instant results. You know, this is my third album. I consider this art still. You know, it's my ministry. But this is my art. You know, this is near and dear to my heart. So I take time making an album cover. I take time deciding what song I do. Those things. But you know, for a while I was getting discouraged because I'm knocking, I'm doing all I can, and no one's letting me in. But then I realized, you know, one day my homeboy, my longtime brother, he's not in the truth, but he's turning the corner now. Recently, he would text me all the time, showing me screenshots of him listening to songs I made, saying that, man, I love you, bro. Man, I love you. I understand why we ain't talking as much anymore, but I just want to let you know your music is hitting me. I get it now.
That's
now,
that ministry.
My brother calls me at least once a week, and we talk for 2 hours about spiritual matters. You know what I mean? And he's on the way there. I realized then that, you know, those are my own desires. If I want millions of people cheering my name, that's my own vanity inside of me wanting that, because the Most High might have put this in motion just for him. It might have been only about one person, and that's cool. So if it's just for him, I will continue to make this music and invest in this music and the art just to reach him, because I really don't know who it's reaching. You know, I speak the music from my soul.
You have no idea who.
You don't know.
Man, I'm telling you, like different platforms, like DJ Judah's platform. He got all kind of different people listening to that station that are not Hebrew Israelites, that are Christian people, that, you know what I'm saying? You have people that are not Hebrew Israelites. I know they look at the magazine, you know what I'm saying? So you have no idea who's listening. That you just don't know. You have no. It's some weird name on your Facebook that likes every post you never thought about. It's your biggest fan.
I wouldn't care if it was Christian, Muslim, whatever they say. Log in and come here. Those are this good news.
That's right.
Period. And if you present it in a way that it's about real life, and you're saying stuff that they can apply to their real life, it becomes valuable to them, and they come back. They come back. They're like, man, you know what? I don't know what happened, but I listened to that song and my spirit was lifted. Let me go back and hear it again.
Ooh.
And then once that gets into their stream, their Apple Music algorithm, now you got Peasy coming. Now you got your Pac Q coming. Now you got whoever coming.
And that's that genuine organic streams, nothing that you went and pay YouTube and Instagram to buy. Because the Most High ain't did that. You did that.
You did that. You went on Fiverr and paid one of these people in India to give you 1 million views.
Yeah,
that ain't the business, bro.
We're on to it. We know what's going on, y'all.
Views.
That's right. That's right. And it's slow. It's gonna take longer. But I would rather have 40 views for a year than fake views. Because in 3 years, it's going to be tripled. And it's going to be organic supporters, organic people that you're actually touching their hearts. And Israel has to get that too, because if you're purchasing likes and views, who's listening? Who are you doing it for yourself? To make your own self feel good about popularity, you're not really touching anybody.
You ain't in the right spirit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The first time I went live and I saw one person come on, I got amped. I was like, I'm like, yeah. And then now, I started playing the numbers game like, yo, if I could only get 10 people, then I saw 10. Then and it climbs up. But
that's right.
It happened. I remember the times I went live and it was nothing.
Nobody on it, but
somebody came for like 2-3 seconds and was gone.
That's right.
But you know what? You don't quit because you know that you're doing the work of something that's way bigger than you. And if it's one person or 1 million, it is what it is.
And it be all of the sudden, y'all, when the Most High raises somebody up, it just be like, what? Dang, what happened?
God. I seen that just my last YouTube, and I think I cussed. I was like, I'm seeing all of this, numbers coming up, and I'm like, I went back to my house. I said, yo, did I cuss? And they was like, nah, I don't think you cussed, but
maybe a little bit.
Oh, so congratulations. It's a good feeling to know that what you're doing, everything that you're putting your time, sweat, and love into is actually touching somebody. Somebody actually cares enough to listen.
Hear it, yeah.
Support.
All praises, yes.
Yep, and that keeps it going. Yeah, because I know personally how much money DJ Judah comes out of his own pocket to support events and support movements and things that's going on. Tru Judah, I know how you buy all of the albums that you run on your radio station. The artists do not send them to you. You go and purchase those albums. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff that people do to support the nation. And shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, because the nation needs that love. They do. They need that brotherly love. And a lot of times people don't even realize the love that they're receiving. They don't understand how hard it is to get radio play, DJ spins, promotions, and even a shout out. People don't really understand how,
what I'm saying. But what the artists need to realize is Kingdom of Israel Radio, Righteous Line Radio, all the other good Hebrew radio playing truth music. This is all we got. We have to promote these stations. We have to show up and do interviews. We have to now. If you do that with the radio stations, they're going to promote your music. They're going to invite you to do album release interviews. They're going to do all these things, but it has to happen.
That's right.
This is DJ Judah right here from Kingdom of Israel Radio. This is Righteous Line Radio, but we're together right here.
Collab.
This brother, he can call me for anything. Hey, brother, I got this going on. Put me on. And that's how you do it, because this is not our work. We're doing this for the Most High. Now, if it was Tru Judah putting down Righteous Line Radio, it's cutthroat, and I'm trying to stomp on everything, and it's competitive. But this ain't for me.
But how can we compete if we trying to all come up? It has to be a massive monster for us to rise up, because we're going to have
together.
We got to kick in the door. They're not going to let us in. We have to bring attention to our own selves. They're not going to let us in, and it's going to take a huge monster for us to come together to get that done.
Look, if something were to pop off like that, the first thing that's going to happen, I would have to call DJ Judah. I would have to call, say, hey, look, I got a huge opportunity. It's just me. Can we please link up and help?
Yes.
And why not do it now? We don't have to wait for them.
It has to be like that in order for us to really see the building of it.
That's right.
How many, I like to use this analogy, like how many liquor stores do you need on one block? How many, what I'm saying? How many chicken shacks you need on one, in one neighborhood?
That's right.
And we it's a competition amongst ourselves.
That's right.
If your neighborhood is 500 people and 400 of them is going to your store, and then I open up a chicken stock, and now that 400, now we competing. Now your prices is dropping your price to the point we just giving out chicken, and guess what? They come into both stores now getting free chicken. But now we don't got nothing now. We have no dog in the race. So sis, y'all bringing it out, and they really need to hear this, because we need to build. Nation building starts with us coming together and building. Nothing else.
That's right.
Nothing else, yo.
That's right.
And that, yo, you want to hate on me and promote my business.
Right.
Building up Israel. You know what I'm saying? You can continue to hate, but promote the business. Do it out of the family, not against me. Do it for the family.
That's right.
Lead with love, man. That's it. Lead with love, because I came in and I'm thinking, the first thing I thought was, okay, here I come. Christ, let's love each other, and I'm gonna give everything away for free. And I realized right away, oh, it ain't that. I'm being all humble and meek, and everybody ain't coming back to me. You know what I mean?
I went back home and put on my vest, started packing my Roscoe, and I was like,
Look, I'm working on it. I gotta pray for you, sis. I'm working on it. I'm still cussing their ass out. Y'all gotta pray for me. I'm working on it.
Look, sis. Christ flipped over the tables, man. Come on. Christ flipped over the tables, man. Talk to me. He flipped them over. He wasn't happy.
I think we could come much better as a unit.
Yeah.
We need to move as a unit. We need to come as one.
Yes, because we look crazy to the outsiders. Like if I'm sitting in a meeting and they ask me about, well, have you heard about the artist Tru Judah? I'm gonna say yes. I heard about him. He's hot. But in another meeting, someone might say, well, have you heard of the Light Hebrew magazine? You're a Hebrew. Oh no, I never heard of it.
Yeah, that's that that heavy love that shows itself as hate. They do the same for me. You know what I'm saying? I get some hate, and it's like, oh man, here we go again. But
yes, how can we come together like this?
I can tell you like this. This is an example here of how to move and how to grow and build. You understand? Righteous Line Radio. If you ever need me, y'all, I'm ready to come on next Friday.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? And let's do this thing, because time is very near, and we got something here, and we got a lot of work to do.
My heart, my spirit is I'm vibrating right now. I'm feeling it so much, because that's what it is, man. Because you put in the work. And I think from what I'm starting to see is a lot of brothers that are putting in the real work, they are by themselves. They are separated from, they're in their thing, doing their thing by themselves, because they jump in and realize, oh, hold on, wait a minute. It ain't really what I thought. It's what I thought.
They're not really scared of the Most High the way I'm scared of the Most High. They don't really love their brother and sister the way that I thought that they did. I thought it was gonna be some love, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, man. Look, if I come with smiles and my face, and I'm hugging and I'm giving everything for free, I don't want to see no mean face back at me. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the tough guy face at me, because then I switch up. I'm like, okay, I can't do it.
I think that's what it is too. They look at your humility and your humbleness, and some people it's just in them. That's a trait they just have. You understand? They ain't killing their own self. You know what I'm saying? So they carrying this trait to the nation. You understand?
Kill it.
You got to kill it. You got to kill it. You got to, judge yourself first. But hey, we're going to go through it. Hamashiach went through it. I'm going to drink that cup of Hamashiach and let the Father deal with it. Let him deal with it. He wants to finish Judah, then Judah's finished. But if he wants to lift Judah, then that's what it is.
And I'll throw this in there just for any brothers that are listening. If you truly commit to that, to spreading love and showing love and keeping the commands, he will absolutely put new desires on your heart. The things that I loved and cared about before ain't even a factor in my life now. And I'm uncomfortable when I'm around people that expect that of me.
That's right.
They all Mike acting funny, Mike he acting funny. Nah, bro, I'm just not that. That person is dead, bro.
That's
When
right.
I say dead, I mean he's super dead. You know what I mean? I
But you know
same.
how to maneuver and operate amongst them, though. And Israel has to learn how to do that as well in this music industry. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
It took time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed at first I would go around, and because I didn't know how, I didn't have an identity in Christ, in the commandments or in the Most High, nothing. So I knew the scriptures, I knew all those things, but when I would get around my same people, I would start talking and having the same mannerisms that I had before, and I didn't like it. So I had to separate myself.
Take your time. That's right.
For a while, but now I can go around. But in hindsight, I know that the only reason is because I never trimmed my ways. I didn't trim my ways, so they respect it. These people don't even know I cuss in my house. They didn't know. They think they can't even cuss around me.
Right.
You know what I mean? These is hood people. You know what I mean? They on the turf.
You don't want to do anything to make Israel look bad or blemished. And that's another thing that's important too when you make yourself a public figure in trying to create a genre.
Absolutely.
You have to be a righteous example. If you smoke, everyone doesn't need to see that you smoke. There's kids watching you.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, I mean,
you
have the appearance of evil. You got to restrain yourself from the appearance of evil.
That's right. That's right. You got to know how to be a star, man.
Come on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, that's why when I go in the hood, I'll come in the hood cursing. Yo, what up, my nigga? Yo, good nigga. And you know, that's what it is. But it ain't hatred. It ain't a disrespect. This is how they give it up. You know, I grew up when the block was like that.
Yeah,
you know, to call you out the window, and you like. That's you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's you know, you got to be familiar with where you came from, and don't think because you in this walk, you mightier than your brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
They actually need you.
That's right.
You're their remedy, just like how somebody was your remedy coming into this truth.
That's right.
You know, so
hallelujah. That's right. And that's needed. Yes, and see the love like that, and compassion and brotherhood that is wanted in dealing in business with brothers like y'all is needed. See, when you're dealing with an Israelite in business and music or whatever, how both of y'all have services that y'all provide, a radio station, all of this, you know, Israel can come to y'all and know that you're going to deal with them in business and love, and not treat them like the snakes do in the regular industry. But they will never know that if they don't extend the hand to try to see about the brotherhood, you know.
So I guess Israel going to be looking at a new station called Kingdom Lion or Righteous Kingdom Radio.
Righteous Kingdom. Hey, let's go. Bring it. Whoever wants to do it, bring it. Bring it. And make sure you tag me. Let's bring
it. Yes. Oh my goodness. This has been such a fun show, y'all.
I love it.
Yes. We will be doing this again soon. The time has gone by so fast. Shalom to everybody that's out there. I just want to, before we go, I want to ask Tru Judah a couple of questions about his new project and things that he has going on real quick. So I've been seeing the promo for the new album. When is that dropping? And tell us about that.
So the album is called Church Preach Tabernacle. And you might have saw the album cover already. It's basically you got to see the cover to understand the concept of the album. So it's basically a brother standing in the light in the middle of the club or the juke shack or whatever it's called, that old Good Times. Remember the Good Times art, that art. So it's something like that. I just showing a brother preaching in the midst of sin. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's the kind of music I make. I make righteous music for sinners. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
I want you to hear this, and I want you to come up out of that. It's almost done. Right. You know, this album this time around, I'm trying to work with a lot of my favorite artists. You know, before I didn't even do any features because, like I said, I keep to myself. You know, I stay far out the way just so I can make sure I stay on my path, you know. But now I'm starting to see that there's other brothers and sisters out there that are on the same path. You know what I mean? So I've been reaching out. Like I got a song with John Boy that's on there. I plan on wrapping something up with your Pod Q. And then I got a few others that are coming that haven't been all the way dialed in yet, but I'm excited about this one. I put a lot
Those
into
two
it.
alone are bangers.
Those two
John
alone
Boy
are bangers.
Yeah, like
those two alone are bangers. So I'm excited about that. And you know, this time around, I plan on doing some visuals. And you know, as far as my platform goes, the Righteous Line Radio, I really never did. I did not want to make it like the Tru Judah show. This is about everyone else. You know what I mean?
right.
So
I mean, the station been up and running for 2 years, and you're just now coming out.
It's been for 5 years, sis. It's been 5 years, and I was building it slowly. When I first started it, I had a mix of truth music and a mix of secular music, and I was praying on it. I'm like, man, is this what you want me to do? I got Killer Mike on here cussing, but he's saying good things, and I wasn't sure how to go about it. But over time, through that 5 years, I think a year and a half, 2 years in, I looked back and I noticed that my playlist got trimmed down to music that didn't have cussing and didn't have those type of things in it. And I started making edits myself. So the Most High got what he wanted. I prayed on it and I waited until he said move. But it was a blessing that I came in contact with you, sis, because to be honest with you, you pushed me out there. You pushed the line because I was kind of being reserved and didn't want to do too much because I didn't want to offend anyone. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to go about it. And you know, in my past life, I struggled with vanity and ego and all that. So it was hard for me to find balance of promoting it and staying on the path, staying humble. So I'm happy to be linked up with you, brother DJ Judah, because it lets me know that, hey, man, look, I'm on the right path. Here's some good people like me. This next album is going to be good. I put my heart into it. If you are familiar with my music at all, you know that I speak the gospel and I speak real life topics and I'm real heartfelt. So it's not the kind of music you're going to listen to and dance. You got to put it on and really listen to it, then go back and listen again because I'm speaking real life situations.
Like some J. Cole vibes.
That's a compliment. J. Cole. You know, I even like I would never say this, but Pop, Kendrick Lamar, that type of thing.
I can dig it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm cut from the 90s cloth though. So you might even hear some 90 influence in my thing because that's where I'm from. I mean, I might look young, but I ain't young. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So, you know, I'm an old school rapper. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about it. And I plan on just pushing the line. And now that I've linked up with more people, hopefully some more people will listen. I've been knocking. I'm just waiting on somebody to open the door for me. And Brother Judah, he's been doing that for me and Sista Delta. So I appreciate y'all. And I'm looking forward to dropping this one.
All praises. Well, y'all heard it on Righteous Line Radio first. That album is going to be dropped when? When is it coming out?
I don't have an exact release date. You know, I move when the Most High says move.
That's
so
right.
Right now, I'm gonna get those features locked in, and then I'll probably wake up tomorrow with a new song to record. So who knows? But you know what I mean. I'm gonna say it'll definitely be out by summer.
All right. Well, y'all heard it there. The new album is coming. If you guys want to submit your music to either one of these brothers' radio stations, you can reach out to both of them on social media so that you can get their emails. You can go to both of their websites, koimusicradio.com, and for DJ Judah, righteouslineradio.com for Tru Judah, where you guys can submit your music and music videos on both of their platforms. Maybe schedule an interview. Just have to see what's going on when you guys start taking your career serious. So
hey, look, this too though. If you haven't heard my music, just search Tru Judah, or you can go to trujudah.com, and I have the last album, Narrow Road Mobbin Volume 1. It's there for free download, so you can download it for free and ride to it. I don't know if the next one's gonna be free yet, but that one is definitely free. So you can go ahead and download it. Usually, what I do is after I put it out for a little while, I make it available for everyone for free. So the support, you know, I'm making an honest effort. We out here doing it, brothers like DJ Judah. These things don't work without your support. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be talking to a wall the whole time. So, you know, it might not be your cup of tea, but just pass that thing over to your homeboy and let him see if you like it. You know what I mean? Pass that to somebody else and see if they like it, because we some brothers out here doing honest work for the Most High, and we need your support.
Yeah, when you still be knocking people upside the head.
Really? Yeah.
Y'all could be selling drugs, robbing people, doing all of these.
Straight up. And look, we up here making music and pushing the line for the Most High. So if nothing else, respect the honest effort and just offer some help. And I'm not even talking about me. It's a long list of brothers I could name. Yes. But you know, you might not even ever be recognized for the love you show, and you might not even get it back, but it doesn't matter. Just throw it out there, and it multiplies tenfold. And just continue to support, continue to share, continue to like, and if you haven't been, get on the wave and start doing that. It ain't got to be me, it ain't got to be DJ Judah, it ain't got to be Sista Delta, it could be anybody. Just support, and we'll start to see this thing flourish, and the message gets out there. So, that's all I got to say.
That's right. We got to keep on being good representation of the nation. And before I let you guys go, I also want to let you guys know to come out to Dallas, Texas, to the Hebrew Wall Street Community Fair, sponsored by yours truly, the Light Hebrew Magazine, and the Key Is Me Foundation. We're going to have Hebrew vendors out, games for the kids, live performances by Lorvins, Yapad Q, Travis Snipes, and many more artists. It's going to be just a big networking party. Anybody that knows me, when we get together, it's brew business, brew talent, brew fun, and we're going to brew out. It's a free event to the public. You can bring your kids. They're going to have some righteous food there and just a good time. Again, that's Dallas, Texas, Sunday, June 5th. You can get more information about the event by going to my website, tlhmagazine.net. And that's all I got. That's all I got, guys. What you got, DJ Judah?
Stand up, Israel. You know what it is.
All right.
Hey, DJ Judah, you'll take us out with one more quick mix?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Hey. Shalom, y'all. See y'all.
Shalom, everybody. Hey, we want to thank y'all for listening. Tune in to the next one. We'll be back. It gets better from here. And all praise to the Most High.
All praises.
Judah.
You are stuck in a life of sin, and it's a trend. Give your life to Yahshua before your life ends. Sins brings you to a life full of contradictions. Seek the Most High and get deliverance from your affliction. What's your occupation? What's your denomination? What's your congregation? What set do you claim? What's your delegation? What's your game? Are you curious? Are you serious? What's your name? Are you delirious? Are you furious? What's your pain? Are you spiritual? Do you need a miracle? What's your cause? Are you secular? Is your life regular? Man, take a pause. Are you a killer, boy? Are you a realer, boy? Are you fake? Do you get skrilla, boy? Can you feel the boy? Are you a snake? Do you sell dope? Can you really cope? You's a hustler, you get money though. You can't feel me though. You's a buster, you got many bras. You are plenty fraud. Boy, you sick, get your mind right. What you really like? Where's your clique? Gotta act hard, dude. Do you have a soul food? No hesitation, man, you really rude. Your thoughts are really crude, and that's on nation. Get your life right. Seek the Most High, and that's for real. Keep them laws, man. Follow Yahshua, man, and that is true. You are stuck in a life of sin, and it's a trend. Give your life to Yahshua before your life ends. Sins brings you to a life full of contradictions. Seek the Most High and get deliverance from your affliction.
I'm just trying to get rich. I know that I'm already rich, but these heathens all up in my way. Trying to get rich. I know that I'm just trying to get rich. I know that I'm just trying to get rich. I'm just trying to get rich. I know that I'm already rich, but these heathens all up in my way. But I'm just trying to get rich. I know that I'm already rich, but these heathens all up in my way. But I know it's gonna be a day when we get put back in our place, they gon' be our slaves. I'm just trying to get rich. I'm just trying to get rich. But these haters all up in my way. Haters all up in my way. But I know it's gonna be a day. I know it's gonna be a day. When they go for me, I slay.
Here we go now, check it out. 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 Here we go now, check it out.
After these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquity.
This beat slapping like a backhand. One time for the black man. You a king, immaculate being. Don't worry about nothing, they gotta give you freedom. It is written, yeah, told a prophecy. I can see that they really wanna be. You cut off the body, then head for the leaders. Infiltrate the woman, head for the fetus. It's the daughter of Zion speaking. No Megan the Stallion, no Cardi B. And only one that I'm talking is white and privileged. Not worried about Perkins, I'm on to the kingdom. You playing with my sisters, you messing their minds. Of pushing and perpetrating whorish conduct. Not trying to build them a biblical construct. I said, woo. It's the daughter of Zion speaking. No Megan the Stallion, no Cardi B. And only one that I'm talking is white and privileged. I said, woo. Daughter of Zion speaking. No Megan the Stallion, no Cardi B. And only one that I'm talking is white and privileged.
What's going on there, something right now? I don't need to show it. What's going on there, something right now? I don't need to show it. What's going on there, something right now? I don't need to show it. What's going on there, something right now? I don't need to show it. What's going on there, something right now? 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 I don't need to show it. They be jumping all loud, but they stand like clowns. I don't think you know it. I get a lot of love, so I give it all back. Cause I know I owe it. I plant a million seeds by a million different ways. But I can't grow it. Mic check 1, 2. I'm speaking directly to you. I know you know the word be true. The world is a zoo. Lucky for you a lion. Too bad you stuck in the cage, trapped in your rage. But the truth will make you free. A little bit of light make you see. Stuck in the dark. Whole world changed from a sport. Promise from the G.O.D. That's no Abba got the power, so we pray every day. We know Abba got the power, and for sure he don't play. We know Abba got the power, so we do what he said. And we know keeping his commandments keep them devils away. And we go harder, we go harder, we go harder to endure. We go harder, we go harder, we gon' get there for sure.
Call me Little Bo Deep, I'm out here shining. For the lost sheep, I'm out here grinding. I ain't talking cheese, I'm out here mining. Looking for diamonds, kingdom business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the lullaby rhyming. Devil can't touch this heat, pantomiming. He is a liar, so said the lion Judah. Call me Little Bo Deep, I'm I'm out here shining. For the lost sheep, I'm out here grinding. I ain't talking cheese, I'm out here mining. Looking for diamonds, kingdom business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the lullaby rhyming. Devil can't touch this heat, pantomiming. He is a liar, so said the lion. Call me little bit, I'm out here shining. For the lost sheep, I'm out here grinding. I ain't talking cheese, I'm out here mining. Looking for diamonds, kingdom business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the business, I'm mining. Trying to wake you up from the lullaby rhyming. Devil can't touch this heat, pantomiming. He is a liar, so said the lion Judah. Shelter in my protector, running to him, be faster than a poor. Holy is a wave, repping the ancient of days. Christ is the big co-holder. Got good news, I'ma give it to you. Giving all praise to the Most High. Got the victory, no night. Sin ain't popping like an old Sprite. Good news, I'ma give it to you. Yeah.
Stand up, Israel. Righteous Mind Radio. DJ Judah. You know what it is. Come on.
Keep my soul from the flame. Yeah. Oh my, oh my, yeah. Oh my, yeah. Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise. Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise. Yahuwah Sabaoth, back a punch like Mike Tyson. He's my Abba, he be shining like 10,000 suns. In my days of trouble, you're my refuge. You're my sword and my shield, yeah, I trust you. It's all about your name. I don't care about no fame. I don't care about the naysayers, and I focus on the work and I stay in my lane. I honor my father so I can live a very long life. Everywhere I go in peace. I stay away from strife. I'm armored up, spiritual soldier, ain't no body boy. Got a lot of brothers, very humble, but they got a lot of toys. Patience of this thing, we wait on Yahuwah. He gon' lead the battle, Yahuwah. Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise. Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise. Slow down. You moving too fast, you'll crash like a roaster. Use your mind, your wisdom, act like you know some. Don't wanna hear no stammering lips, you gotta show some. Do the laws are hard. Every time you drive in the car, you stop at a stoplight. When it comes to y'all, you make excuses, you be acting stupid. Who you think you're fooling? You play in yourself. Yahuwah sees everything, including your heart. You gotta get right. Every day you gotta fight. Mashiach is coming back for his adorned rise. Open up your eyes, cause this can save your life. Ready or not, he's coming back like a thief in the night. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise. Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise. I'ma give you praise.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, this Bible makes lifted my reference. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, this Bible makes. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, this Bible makes lifted my references be my sentence. I come with some lifted my references be my sentence. I come with some lifted my references be my sentence. I come with submission, see my vision if you listen. It becomes a mission. It's my decision. I think it's a limit.
my iPhone. Precepts got my mind blown. Alexander Drake was so bricky with the dry bones. Esau might just cry for his life with a dry eye. Baby, for the lies they despise that we get right. The system gave us no strike. They talking, but it's just hype. I just gotta get right. Take the cut up, then I miss life. I should just wait for the morning for the club. I should just wait for the morning for it all. Pretend, yeah, I should just wait for the morning for it all. Pretend.
The Most High said that his word won't return back into him void. It's playing out before y'all eyes, so that's why y'all paranoid.
Don't wanna get caught up, women in the wild up when the Most High comes back. So I'm keeping the laws, I ain't playing with y'all. Gotta get my life on track. Put my God first, so do your worst when he come back. Yes, that Most High and me, they hate to see. I just let them ducks quack. Did I forget to mention? I don't need your attention. I'm in the scriptures daily, and I also wear my fringes. Don't keep up with the Joneses. I'm living in the moment. I'm clearing out my keepers to get ready for atonement. Can't you hear it? How the spirit keeps the joys up. On my game, I can't complain. I keep my sword up. When it come back this time, I'm ready. I'm Matthew 24:44 said it. For my sins, his blood, he shed it. Read this book, let's go, let's get it. Ain't got a lot of with the Most High. You look, you can find me on top of the shelf. She don't take heed, and I blame it on me. Only person responsible is yourself. Understand you can do it too. No matter the cause you rebel. From cloud skies to a paradise, ain't no telling what's next. How to fade, but and we bless. Put us above the rest. So Kwam Yasha Rala, rise up. We got next. We got next.
They like the way, yeah. 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 Go hard. Go.
Here, make off at your
Yeah, I hear them talking, I can feel the vibe. Spiritualized, I can see inside. They want me to stumble and I don't even trip. 10 toes down, my chains got grip. Railroad mobbing, it's a beautiful ride. Roll down the window, it's me inside.
Keep going, keep praying. Study hard, free yourself. Yeah, you've been praying for me. I can tell. Yeah, I felt a boost of virtue out of nowhere.
Going in the nicotine, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural youth, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that.
Ain't nobody teach me nothing, except G's don't cry. So these ain't tears, I got blood in my eye. Pardon the lie, but the truth is hella grimy and gritty. Another child sacrificed to the city.